Dreaming to myself time. Turn the music down a little bit. Do do do. Planning out my zoo. Because you can't have a new pack without starting a new zoo. It's like a law or something. I think that's enough room. Another law-abiding citizen. Hello, Harry. Welcome in. Thanks for abiding the law today. Oof. I'm so exhausted. But if nobody else is going to stream, if Estan and Drew are going to abandon us, then somebody's got to do it, right? How's your day going? Oh no. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. Just very tired. Had a long, hot day at work. Which I won't complain about the heat because we probably don't have a whole lot of days of heat left here in Alberta. So I'm gonna try to not complain about the heat because it'll probably be gone soon. But I don't even know the word I'm looking for. I'm looking for like a little archway. So because the zoo is open here, and this is also open, like obviously going into the actual zoo, we need some sort of gate that can be locked at night. You haven't had heat in a solid month there. Is it spring? It's spring though for you guys, right? Like you guys should start warming up now. That's like as tall as that. That's not gonna work. What if they were like the zoo gates at Edmonton Zoo, but theirs is on the outside of the main plaza, but I'm sure we could, there's no reason we couldn't put them on the inside of the main plaza. So what we need is to make some gates here. A Z and an O. I really hate, this makes me crazy that they made the the preview for the letters white, so then you can't even see it. You're in the UK, it's still autumn. True. And you guys, yeah, no, I knew that. And you guys are having a particularly cold and crappy autumn already, which does not bode well, I think, for you guys for winter. Because, I mean, yeah, it's cold here in the winter, but we are, like, designed for that. Our houses are built for that. Like, we're set up to handle it being cold. Whereas I'm not sure that you guys have the same luxury. Like, I don't know that you guys are really set up for it to be freezing cold like we are here. At least not to the same extent that we are here. Mainly just a gas thing and not being able to afford heating because most of the country is. Oh, yeah, because of you guys get your gas from Russia, hey? And then you've had to put sanctions and tariffs on Russian stuff because they're trying to World War III it. Which I'm sure makes everything very expensive. Where's our person? We had a scale person in here. Ah, this is not nearly big enough. Oops. Anything with wheat or sunflowers, oof. That's less than ideal because that's like quite a bit of stuff. Oh, that's rough. I hope it gets better for you guys. That's less than favorable, I would say. Yeah, Russia and Ukraine is where you get all that from. Oh, that sucks. Hey, a basic. That worked better in my mind. You know what? We could probably do this. It'll still work. What's up, basic builder? How's it going? Ooh, what you working on? seen the new update stuff on your Discord. That stuff looks sweet. I'm so excited about those little mushrooms. They're very magical looking, which seems like it'll be fun for the pack. It just needs to hurry up and come out already because I really just miss playing games together. I need my friends back. Channel art. Ooh, fancy. Ooh. There's two people going over the Valheim build right now. Well, I mean, your Valheim builds are nuts, so it makes sense that there would be people going nuts over them. Because they're insanity. It's another YouTuber. Oh. Impressing the big guys even. Why, Planet Zoo? Why? So annoying. In theory, this should fit, right? That's how geometry works. I think I need to outline it in something like this. Darker color though, I think. What am I making? I'm gonna make, so, tour time. This is my new zoo. And so when I took the day off to work on, you know, checking out the pack, I did not, in fact, at all, even a little bit, check out the pack. I instead, because mods are broken, so I can't get into my zoos, and I haven't played them in months and months and months anyway. So I used this new map because it's beautiful, and I made a parking lot, and I made a cityscape so that we're in the city. Then I recycled this archway part of the entrance from Silver Falls and made a building. I haven't made the interior. And then I painstakingly made this sign out of 2D font pieces, and it is like many 900, 3700, and 800. So I made this sign for it, making this plaza, and just trying to get the entrance set up. I was thinking about skipping out and doing finding a place to make a habitat, but I can't really decide if I want to wing it like I usually do, or if I want to try to have a little bit more of a plan of where everything's gonna go. So I started mapping out some of the other buildings and stuff, but because this is open and you could theoretically just walk right in here, then we obviously need like a secondary gate that can be closed at night, to stop people from walking to the zoo at night. So that's what I'm trying to make, and I'm trying to make it like Edmonton Zoo has these big gates, and they're actually on the outside of the plaza, but I'm going to put it on the inside, and they're like metal gates that have like ZOO carved into them, and then they just like, so when they're closed it says zoo, and then when it's open they just like swivel open, and you can walk in. It's pretty cool. Not like turnstiles. Let me see if I can find it here. But I don't know that I could make them out of metal without it looking stupid in game. But we'll see. You know what? Actually, looking at them now, I could totally more easily make them out of metal. Maybe we'll do that. It might look a little better. Let me see if I can switch this to display capture. So they look like this. Oh, what has happened? What did I click on? So they look like this. And then they swivel open like this. So maybe actually looking at them now, it might be better to actually make them out of metal pieces. I thought they were carved out, but they're actually not. So, yeah. You know what I almost need is, there was a sign. This one. Yeah. think it's much more heavy duty mesh, but it'll function, I think. Hey, Becca, how's it going? Oh, come on, mouse. Don't be silly now. Sometimes my mouse, like, gets all stupid. I'm wondering how... I think they are fairly thick. Yeah, they are. Okay. I'm just gonna sneak these over here. Have you gotten to play with the new pack there, Becca? Downloaded it today, fiddling around with it. Ooh, how are you enjoying it? I actually took the day off yesterday so that I could play with it, and then I never actually played with it because I started a new zoo, partly because I haven't actually played Planet Zoo really a whole lot lately, so I just wanted a fresh start, but also because obviously mods broke and all my zoos were pretty heavily modded, so I can't really do anything with them anyway until all the mods are fixed. So there's also that part of it. But also I feel like when you've been away for a while, it's nice to just like come back with a fresh vibe and kind of hang that way. You haven't touched it since Conservation came out? Oh, that's even more hairy. Harvest Grove Zoo for the fall theme. Ooh, that's exciting. Will that be out on your channel? Honestly, Harry, I don't think I've really played it since Conservation came out either. I honestly haven't really played much of anything other than like a bit of the Isle, just because like that's a game that you can come in and, you know, not need to use your brain at all and just kind of pick it up for a little bit, and then if you don't touch it for a long time after that, like, it's not the end of the world. Because Adobe sucks so bad. Yeah. I use Filmora. It's pretty good. It's a bit pricey though. I'm not sure if I'll buy it again or if I'll try to find something else. I have used the actual like Canva one a little bit, and it's actually not too bad, to be honest. Oh, you're back. Good. I was worried that we had to just end the stream. Alright, so the gates just have like random lines kind of hanging out. So I guess we'll do that a little bit. I know, I'm sorry, Basic. We should have just all stared at I should just turn my screen off and we all just stared at a blank screen until you came back. I can't believe we have let you down this way. You should probably just unsubscribe. I like the mushrooms. My zoo has a blow up mushrooms for all. Yeah, here's my thing. Okay, I'm gonna try to get on a rant. But everyone that was complaining about the like super themey, cartoony pieces like the mushrooms and the pumpkins and all of that, like, one, every zoo ever has big, crazy, themed out Christmas and Halloween events. Every zoo ever. Secondly, y'all act like you don't make a freaking Halloween zoo every year. I mean, how much of the workshop is like super themey, fake looking Halloween decorations made out of art shapes? Like, it's so it was been so frustrating to just watch everyone just moan about everything that we get in this game, even though, like, to me it's pretty clear that Frontier is pardon me, that Frontier is trying to give us what we want in to the best that they can. Like, and really, for what's $11 Canadian, the amount of gameplay I'm gonna get out of this pack, like, I don't know. People are ridiculous. I'm not gonna rant about it because I've been ranting all week, so I'm gonna try to cool it a little bit. Okay, so then I think what needs to happen is, I think every one of them is actually double-sided. So I'm gonna have to get this out of here for now. And then this is actually like doubled, I think. And then it's got a big beam up the middle. But I don't think it's quite as big. Let me just... And it's a good DLC, like, and it's obviously, to me, I think, pretty obvious that this was a setup DLC for what's coming in the future, which is what everybody has been waiting for since the frickin' game came out, which is birds, obviously. So, like, quit your bitchin'. I just get frustrated because people just are so entitled a little bit when it comes to zoo games. Like, if you don't like it, don't buy the pack. That's, like, it's a pretty easy solution, in my opinion. Some call you a mushroom connoisseur. I bet they do. I bet they do. Mesh. And then this is gonna be white. And then okay. All of this goes there. Metal beam. Couldn't agree more, and I expected looping animation, so I'm chill with that, but I'm happy the walls are null. Yeah, that's actually the system I prefer, especially with the walls being able to go null, because I know, like, not everybody has, like, a super expensive gaming rig, so, like, for me, I game on a laptop, right? So, my laptop, if I have a zoo that is full with lots of climbing or swimming animals that are trying to run that AI, like, it really bogs down my computer. So can you imagine what it would be like to also have that same AI trying to run flying, like free flying AI animals, and trying to keep them from escaping and all of that. And like, the way I look at it too is, how often are you spending hours and hours and hours watching the animals in your zoo? Realistically, almost never. So you're going to place the bats down, and you might look at them for a while, and then you're going to move on with your life and maybe see them in passing going around your zoo. But for the most part, it's not really going to matter to most of us, really, if they do looped animations. I don't care. And I don't care because I also fully believe that this is our step towards getting birds. So, I mean, pick and choose what you want to be mad about, but like, and I know that the box is very big, and that was another complaint that a lot of people had, but like I said, the box is big, but the box, I believe, is that big because it's going to hold birds of various sizes. So it's going to need to be a little bit big. I just hope they give us an aviary version of the small exhibit boxes, and that the small exhibit boxes eventually end up also being able to be null. Zoo people do moan a lot, don't they, when they don't get something they want, and moan when they do get the things they want. Yeah, it wouldn't matter what Frontier gives us. People are going to moan about it. It just is what it is. No matter what, there'll always be somebody who wants something different. There's always going to be someone who wanted a different selection of animals. There's always going to be that. And that just is what it is, a little bit. I can't imagine what it must be like to, like, be one of the Frontier developers and you work your little 2D off, making all of this stuff that people want, and then everybody moans about it. Like, it must be so defeating. Especially when, like, since the start of the game, people have been like, I want flying animals, and I want bats, and I want smaller, dumpy filler animals, because that's most of what zoos are. And then they were like, alright, here you go. And then everyone still found a way to moan about it. Like, I don't know. I feel like if I was a developer at Frontier, I would be very disheartened. Yeah, it's big enough to be an aviary. That's the whole point. Like, I think I want this to be a little bit smaller, which means I have to use a little bit smaller pieces here. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to make them smaller because that's going to be a pain. And I am feeling super lazy. It's just a little bit out of scale with that one, but it'll be fine. Alright, now we need some of these. And I set it up the whole thing because when I actually look at the reference here, it actually does go, the lines go continue across each one. So like this goes here and then it actually continues through the whole gate system. What did everybody get up to today? Harry, have you gotten the pack yet? I'm sure you did basic, but I don't know how much Planet Zoo you play anymore. I feel like since COVID's over, there's not a whole lot of... You posted another video, a Valheim video or a Planet Zoo video? That's kind of a silly question. I think I saw it. There was a video from you today. Haven't watched it yet though. You did get the pack. Did you get it on Keymailer? Did they give it to you or did you purchase it? Because I, like an idiot, applied for it on Keymailer again and they were like, get effed. I know it looks weird too. The letters need to be a little bit on this side of, yeah, like that. And maybe a little bit different. Oh no, they are all the same color. Yeah, I purchased it as well because I was like, hey, could I have this on Keymailer? And they were like, get stuffed. So I purchased it again like a sucker. Which is fine. I don't care, but I mean, I was always gonna buy it anyway, so does not much matter to me. I haven't even looked at the animals yet. Like, this is why they don't give me the shit for free, because I suck at it. I mean, I've watched everybody's videos on the animals, so I kind of do know what's up with the animals. And they look like they're pretty cool, so. Oh, mouse, stop. This freaking thing. It was doing that to me, like, while I was playing the Isle the other night. Like, this is definitely not a game, little mouse, that you can just... Because it would always cut out to, like, right when I have to run for my life. Can't cut out at a safe, convenient time. Oof. Oh no, didn't mean to do that. Oh, stop. Freaking ridiculous, this thing. Okay, now I want you to click. Thank you. And it's definitely my computer, not the mouse, because I've tried another mouse and maybe my computer just needs to be restarted. Because I do leave it running for excessive amounts of time. So there's probably that. Oh man. This needs to come up more. Oh shoot, too much. There we go. Maybe... maybe one more like here. Yeah. Oh, come on. Thank you. Maybe a little one here. There we go. Alright, thanks Becca. Thanks for coming by. Hope to catch you another time. I'm trying to make myself a schedule of like when is a good time for most people for me to stream. But it's so hard because my schedule is so uncoordinated itself in general. I thought about too seeing if I could take over Drew's community stream, just because like I just miss having some routine within our Planet Zoo community where we can all, you know, be in the one place at one time. I just don't know that I can commit to doing it every Sunday. There we go. Awesome. Now we need to build the frame and something along the bottom that makes it look like it can in fact swivel. Wow. Sleepy. And pins, some sort of pin system. Okay. What's the name of, there's a little piece. And it's like a round base with a sticky up thing. It's like this, but it's not this. So this might work. Has anybody spoken to Drew? Like, is he alive? It's like, I haven't even spoken to Drew in literal months. Literal months. I'm surprised he didn't reinstall Planet Zoo to do a DLC video. Which I'm gonna razz him about having to reinstall it as if I had also been playing this game. I think this will work to make it look like it has like a pin system that can drop down into the ground to lock. Oh, come on, mouse. You spoke to him on Twitter. You think he forgot computers exist because he's making models in real life? See, I did see on Twitter that he was into that. Now, Estan had looked into getting one too, which is neat. It's just shut up and give us our Planet Zoo entertainment. Stop having a real life and entertain us. I jest, mostly. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, that's even more annoying. It's way too big. I need this piece, but I need it to not be so wide. I guess it's not a big deal if it sticks out like that. It's not a deal breaker. I know that this wouldn't function the way that I'm the way that I'm making it look like it would function, but this is what we need to do. You put it down here. Okay. You finally got back to a normal sleep schedule for once in your life. Yeah, it's tough when we're like everybody is in different parts of the world, you know. Trying to find a time that you can stream that, you know, the least amount of people will be busy is a bit of a struggle, to be honest. Stop, mouse. Oh my god. Oh my god, mouse. Do you see what it's... Can you tell what it's doing? Like, it just randomly stops working. So then it drops whatever it is that I am trying to do. It's super frustrating. I don't know why it's like that. Like, it just... It's like it stops communicating with my mouse. And then it just, like, stops. It's super frustrating. Shack up in the Yukon. I mean, that could be fun, except there's polar bears that eat people. So, you know, that. Also, I love this soundtrack that they made. It's pretty great. What did you do today? Oh, well, I made hinges and I made little peg locks for a fake gate in a fake zoo. Because I am an adult. I think I accidentally put 2 here. I did. Alright, so now we have a way to lock it. So it'll need like a track in the ground that has holes that those would go in. And it needs a frame. And then we need to decide where we're putting this puppy. So I think I'll make the frame out of girder. Because that seems easiest. I was like, who is talking? I didn't realize there was like lyrics in this thing. One day I'm gonna retire and get a little cabin in the mountains over across the pond and be an old mountain man. You know what? That sounds better and better every day. If I'm being honest, being a hermit sounds better and better every day. I kind of miss being a hermit in the woods. Now I'm like out of my little bubble and back into the real world, and it sucks. It's just not fun for anyone. Why is that not poking through? But that one is. Guess it's okay, because what I actually need to do is make like a box, because hypothetically there would be like mechanisms in here to help this gate turn, right? Oh, come on, mouse. Frustrating me. Cypress, welcome in. Yeah, the DLC looks pretty cool. I started in a new zoo, so I also haven't gotten to actually play with it yet. But it looks great. I think, anyway. Looks great. Whatever that opinion is worth. These days I've gotten bored of. I need an adventure in my life. It takes quite a lot of training to go be a cowboy in the Gobi Desert. You can if you want training. There's like training you can take to go do like the Mongol Derby, where you have to ride horses across the Gobi Desert. There's also ones you can do on camelback. I know some people who have done that. Sounds fun for people who are into that sort of thing. I like warmth, so it's not for me. Seriously, mouse. So frustrating. Ooh, I need these to extend. One second. Yeah, it is actually a thing, Harry. It's a thing. People do it. Don't ask me why, but they do. They do it. It is a thing you can go do. But there's like training you have to do for it, I think. Because it is quite intensive, I think. I mean, people do all sorts of things. Whether it's a good idea or not is to be seen in most cases. But yeah, you definitely need training because people like die in it. So it's definitely not something you just decide to pick up, I don't think. Alright, so there's the base frame of it all. Now I might put a little nice wall around it, but the general idea would be that they would open. Oh, I gotta attach the hinges to them. They would spin around this main pole and open. Well, obviously they're not going to rotate around the right spot in game, but I can open one so that we kind of have a feel, because like I said, this is what they look like closed in the real zoo, and then this is what they look like open. Like they spin around this one piece, and they can open them and close them. You can see like the concept art here. So we'll build a little thing. I don't think I'll make it solid, but because it's on the inside of my plaza, I'll maybe make it like a wall you can kind of see through and put some planting around it and stuff. But yeah, I think it'll work. Certainly done a lot of things and been a lot of places most would regard as not a good idea. I mean, most things that are generally regarded as not a good idea are what's fun, so take that for what it is, I guess. So like here, it would, oh, I need to copy it and then I'll know where the hinge is supposed to sit. So that's about where the hinge is supposed to sit. Okay, then we get rid of that. And there we go. Now one part of the zoo is open. And honestly, I could probably open, actually I'm gonna save a closed version just in case we want to close it. Entrance gate. Entrance gate. And then I think I'm going to open the middle one actually. And then line up the hinge. Delete that one. There we go. That's pretty good. All right. People can get in. Now we gotta decide where this puppy goes. Probably somewhere here, I would assume. Because they could come in. There'd be bathrooms. I'm gonna put a quick serve restaurant here. Then the gate and maybe a gift shop. So maybe about here. Might look okay. Maybe a little bit further in here. Or maybe this should be the gift shop here. Gift shop, bathrooms, gift shop, and then they could also exit through the gift shop. Yeah, it's a better idea. Instead of and have the quick serve per restaurant a little bit further in. I think that's a pretty good spot for it. Alright. Okay, so there's the gate. Oh my god, I might have to quit just because my mouse is like not working at all. Maybe I'll just, where's the other mouse? I think I can switch to that other one for a little bit. And get this open. Phooey. There we go. Switch mouses here. Mouses. Let's see if this one works better for right now. It's definitely my computer. how do I... Now the real question is, how do I turn this other one on now? Oh man. Oh, that one's not gonna work. Well, shucks. Hey Primal, how's it going? We're doing pretty good, just chilling with our new zoo here. Have you gotten the pack? Seems like everybody's got it, but lots of us just haven't had a chance to actually play with it yet. Okay, now it's working. Okay. Problem solved. Cool. So, then we just need some fencing. But if we I figure if we lay this out, get this arranged, what I can do is make a plan for where our first exhibits will go. Pretty good spot. I actually liked it further in, I think. Especially if this is gonna be a gift shop as well. Like that, maybe. We need a bit bigger of a front then. Alright. Just a huge animal person, so you got really into watching people play Planet Zoo. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. No, I stole this front arch from that one. That one's broken. The file's broken because of mods. So I stole the front entrance. I changed out the building part of it. I just stole the arch off of it. Made a new sign and put it on the new map. And so we've got the cityscape down for the most part. I'm going to continue it down here, but I might raise the terrain in the back, so I haven't placed anything there yet. And we've got a little bit of a street, and we've got quite a lot of parking, and handicap parking and stuff. So, yeah. Just with not having really played Planet Zoo, I just wasn't really in a vibe to try to pick up in one of my other zoos. Plus, with the update, the mods are broken, so I couldn't get in them if I wanted to. There's no interior in here yet. I haven't got that far. So I just thought it would just be easier to just start a new zoo. And Dunham Park is, I gotta figure out what about it is. I think I know what it is. It's a mod. It's a mod of, you know, NDP's faux rocks that have a super high res texture. And after I did the coastal California area, because I used thousands of those rocks, it's like unplayable. So I'm gonna see if I take those out, if I can play it again. If not, it'll just be done and over with. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. See what we can do. I might, or I'll have to blueprint everything and then do it that way, but I mean, I kind of would prefer to not have to. But I always feel like these things need to be a little closer together, but I also want to give people room to walk around in here. Get a little room to breathe. Because I imagine there would be a lot of traffic right here. Thank you! Thank you, Cybers. Thank you, Primal. I worked really hard on it. It also, it has these cute little signs that I made on the lamps where, like, so you'll remember where your car is. Like, because obviously this is like a massive parking lot, so I made like these lampposts, and every so often there's a lamppost with an animal on it, so you can be like, oh, I parked near the elephant, or I parked near the gorilla. Like, it's really fun. Obviously this is like overflow parking, so it's not as nice over here, but it still has the little markers, if I can find one. There's the giraffe. I parked near the giraffe. Yeah. So, it's pretty awesome. It's a very Canadian parking lot. Like, there isn't a whole lot of lines in the streets and telling you what to do, because I always see that so much in American and like European parking lots. There's so many signs and so many lines on the road, whereas like here that just doesn't happen, because we just like there's just a general understanding that you don't park like an asshole and you don't hit people or cars with your car. And there's bike racks over here if you biked. There is going to be, I haven't finished it yet, but there's going to be a bus stop here for like city buses would drop you off. This little fire hydrant and stuff. Like, I tried to detail it, but I didn't want to spend too much time out here because I'm tour bus parking, so like the coach buses could park in here, and then it's easy for them to pull in and back up and pull out and get out of here. Kind of a thing. And then I also did like this silly detail of like, I imagine that there was a little bit of gap in the bush, and now there's like this worn trail where people have been walking through here instead of walking around. Because, you know, people suck like that. Pardon me. I need to put these in though. These little like automated ticket machines if you didn't want to stand in line. I think they're gonna go like here, and I'll make a little cover for them. Yeah. You like that? Yeah. You never missed where your car was because it's huge. I drive a bright blue truck, so it's pretty hard to lose in a parking lot, if I'm being honest. Yeah, and then I think, I'm not sure if I want to just wing this whole thing like I usually do, if I want to try to have a bit more of a plan and like, you know, with blocks like lay out where the different buildings are going to be and lay out the path so I can figure out the backstage so I don't end up in like painting myself into a corner, so to speak. I want to put in a separate staff entrance, and I'm thinking it might come from here and like have a back road into the zoo, which would go into the like, there would be like a admin area that had the office buildings and security offices and like all this big supply yard, like a main supply yard, and I would kind of have it come into the middle of the zoo, and then all the exhibits go around it so that it's like centralized a little bit, rather than having 18 million different backstage areas. Like, obviously each area would have its own little backstage area, but that it would be very accessible in general. Like if we came from like here into the zoo. Why am I obstructed? Oh, because I put a perimeter fence. Do you have an animal list? Not entirely. I do know that I do want to try to do some of the animals that I don't normally build for, because I kid you not, there are still like base game animals that I have not built for. And like That just seems ridiculous to me. Like, I'm thinking if, like this is a fairly large area. If, like, obviously not exactly that, but, like, approximately that was, like, the main backstage areas, and then everything kind of existed around that, maybe. Or maybe, I don't know if maybe bring it more to the back of the zoo, maybe. Like, what if we came this way? I don't know. But yeah, I definitely want like a main backstage route and plan that out. Yeah, tell me about it. Like, don't get me wrong, the new maps that we got they're beautiful. They're beautiful backdrops, and I like that you know, now there is a temperate map like this that you know, also has mountains in the background, and but my thing is, very, very few zoos that I am aware of, and I could be wrong, exist out in the middle of nowhere where you cannot even see another building. Like, most of them are on the outskirts. Oh my god, my mouse is going crazy. Most of them are like on the outskirts of cities. Some of them are right smack in the middle of cities, but you know, they're not far from cities because people have to get to a zoo, right? Yeah, so it just seems a little bit dumb. But in true Planet Zoo fashion, I'm sure even if they gave us a city backdrop, people would be like, oh, well, now every city zoo has the same backdrop, as if we don't use the same pieces. But, oh, I might have to quit because my mouse is like not. My mouse isn't working. Oh my god. Work! What if I use this camera? No, because I still need the scroll wheel to work to be able to look around. There we go. Well, that's going to be the end of the stream because my mouse is not working and I can't play this game without a mouse. Oh, man alive. Well, it's almost 6, which is when I was going to stop anyway. Thank you guys for hanging out, and hopefully I can sort my mouse situation out, because it's been, oh, now it's really going off the rocker. It's been off the rocker for a while, and oh, now no buttons are working. Good job, Planet Zoo. Alright, well, nice chatting. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you hopefully soon. Bye-bye.